McKinsey Company is widely regarded as one of the most prominent and influential management consulting firms globally. Known for providing top-tier strategic advice, the firm's influence spans almost every major industry. McKinsey plays a pivotal role in shaping business strategies for multinational corporations and advising governments on policy matters, giving its consultants significant power over both corporate practices and public decision-making. However, the question arises, does McKinsey essentially run every company? To understand this, we need to examine the firm's extensive reach, its impact on corporate strategy, the controversies surrounding its work, and the ethical issues it faces. McKinsey's reach and influence. McKinsey's influence arises from its unparalleled ability to advise both businesses and governments on high-level strategic decisions that shape industries and national agendas. The firm plays a crucial role in corporate strategy, helping companies design growth strategies, streamline operations, and navigate mergers, acquisitions, and digital transformations, often working directly with C-suite executives. With expertise spanning industries such as finance, healthcare, energy, technology, and retail, McKinsey amplifies its impact by transferring insights across sectors, fostering innovation and competitive advantage. Beyond the private sector, McKinsey also advises governments on policies related to economic development, public health, and infrastructure, raising questions about the firm's influence on public decision-making. This extensive reach, shaping both corporate practices and national policies, positions McKinsey as a silent power broker with a far-reaching, often invisible impact on the global economy. Number 3. Power and secrecy, the invisible hand. The phrase, secretly running every company, is an exaggeration, but it reflects the core of McKinsey's pervasive and often opaque influence. The firm operates under strict confidentiality agreements, meaning its clients are typically not publicly disclosed, and its recommendations remain private. This lack of transparency creates a sense of mystery around McKinsey's role, as it's difficult to fully trace how much influence the firm has over major corporate decisions. While McKinsey doesn't directly control companies, its strategic advice can significantly reshape their operations. Executives, trusting McKinsey's reputation and expertise, often follow its recommendations on everything from staffing and cost-cutting measures to long-term corporate priorities. In this way, McKinsey exercises considerable indirect power, guiding the strategic direction of businesses without necessarily being visible in the decision-making process. This combination of confidentiality and indirect influence has led to perceptions that McKinsey, though not overtly in charge, plays a powerful role in shaping the future of companies across industries. Number 2. McKinsey's criticisms and controversies. Despite its global success and prestige, McKinsey has also faced significant criticism. As the firm has grown, so too has its list of controversies. Ethical issues. McKinsey has faced significant criticism for working with controversial clients, particularly authoritarian governments such as Saudi Arabia and China. Its ties to these regimes have raised questions about the firm's ethical stance and its role in global governance. McKinsey's consulting services have been linked to various projects in these countries, including advising on economic development, public policy, and even sensitive political matters. Critics argue that by working with such governments, McKinsey may inadvertently support repressive policies or help enhance the power of regimes known for human rights violations. For instance, its work in Saudi Arabia has been criticized in light of the kingdom's record on civil liberties and its involvement in conflicts such as the war in Yemen. Similarly, McKinsey's ties to China have raised concerns about the firm's role in supporting the Chinese government, particularly regarding issues like surveillance and censorship. These connections have sparked debates about whether consulting firms like McKinsey should be more selective in the clients they serve, especially when their work could indirectly support authoritarian regimes and contribute to global inequality or oppression. The firm's involvement with such governments has challenged its public image and led to questions about the ethical implications of prioritizing financial gain over democratic values and human rights. The efficiency over people. Argument. McKinsey's focus on optimizing efficiency often leads to cost-cutting measures that can have negative consequences for employees. The firm's recommendations, which emphasize maximizing profitability and shareholder value, frequently suggest strategies such as laying off workers, downsizing operations, or outsourcing jobs to reduce expenses. While these measures may improve a company's bottom line in the short term, critics argue that they disproportionately affect workers, leading to job insecurity and diminished employee welfare. By prioritizing the interests of shareholders over those of employees, McKinsey's advice can contribute to widening income inequality and undermine job stability, sparking concerns about the social and ethical implications of its cost-driven approach. Critics contend that such strategies, while effective for increasing profits, often neglect the human cost and broader societal impact of corporate decisions. Number 1. The McKinsey model, a double-edged sword. McKinsey's model of operation is both a significant strength and a potential weakness, as it combines data-driven insights with elite expertise to shape the strategies of businesses and governments globally. The firm's consultants, often drawn from top universities and industries, bring a high level of intellectual capital to solve complex challenges, giving McKinsey a distinct edge in the consulting world. However, this power comes with a downside. McKinsey operates behind closed doors, offering advice and influence that is not always transparent. Its lack of public accountability raises concerns about the extent to which a single firm can shape global corporate and government decisions, often without clear visibility into the long-term consequences of their recommendations. The firm's focus on confidentiality and discretion can make it difficult to trace the impact of its actions, which leads to ethical questions about how much control one consulting firm should have in directing the global economy and influencing policies that affect millions. This opaque influence, while effective, can foster skepticism about the firm's motivations and the broader implications of its recommendations, especially when those decisions may prioritize profit over public welfare. Thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon.